Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of November 29th. Dragonflight is here. This video will come out a few hours later than normal because I actually just didn't want to stop leveling and having fun playing Dragonflight. Yeah, I had an absolute amazing time, and this video is just going to be about, the first week of Dragonflight, and what to do, what kind of things you could be doing, and stuff like that. So myself, I made it to level 69, not doing any kind of power leveling, just kind of having fun. Me and my cousin leveled up together, and we did, a little bit of profession stuff, mostly just the campaign quest. Try not to get sidetracked too much, and just kind of enjoyed everything. We also did like the dragon riding stuff as well. And what was really cool to see, in my guild, at least, which is easy to track people when they're in your guild, we had people who did like a speed run style, people who did just all the quests, people who were, more like us, kind of like a casual mid approach. We had people that were more doing dungeons, people that were doing like all the dragon riding, including like the race courses, and just all everything in between. And what's really cool is that there are so many ways to level up in Dragonflight and kind of like enjoy the base level of the expansion. I think that's really, really cool. I don't know if anybody like leveled up purely on professions, but that is an option. Obviously, it takes a long, long time to do that, but it is an option to do that. So that's kind of cool as well. So the things that you could be doing the first week. So obviously, take your time leveling. There's no rush this first week. Like nothing major is unlocked. Probably the biggest thing you can do is get like your professions started and going this week. And then also get your alt characters leveled this week if you play alt characters like at a serious level or an end game level, or you want to get their professions up or whatever. That's probably the two most important things you could be doing this week as far as preparing your character. If you're going to be crafting, get your crafting professions up. If you're going to be collecting things to sell or to, make some gear with those mats so you don't have to pay gold at all, go and do that. If you're going to play multiple characters, you want to get your evoker up to 70, level that character. There's really no wrong way to level. I'm really having fun. I leveled, almost half a level just by mining this from 68 to 69. Just having a good time doing it. I have most of my dragon or all of my dragon riding unlocked with the glyphs or the talents or whatever. And you can just fly around pretty much freely at that point. And so just having fun going around mining everything. It's actually a really really calming experience. It's been a little bit of a rough week for me. I'll talk about that at the very end of the video. So it's been a bit of a calming thing, and I might actually just finish up from 69 to 70, just mining as well. Other things you can do, I mentioned having all my dragon riding talents. I definitely encourage you to try to do this on your own. There are add-ons and there are video guides already out. There's tons of them already out. It would be nice if people like, but some people don't. Some people want spoilers, and those people are fine too. I'm not somebody who wants spoilers personally, and so I always wait to do a guide like until after people have a chance to do it themselves. And so I would love to do like a dragon riding talent glyph guide, but there's already so many of them. But that's something that you can do. If you don't know, what you should know, once you unlock your dragon riding, it shows you how to get a glyph. Just go to high points on the map. Usually on top of mountains, in tall towers, things like that. Some of them are just like super obvious where they would be, but go around and collect as many of these as you can. There's an achievement. You can look in the achievement as well if you don't want to like cheat. You can look in the achievement for it, and see. It kind of gives you a hint where they would be, right? It gives you like the name of the area where they are. Also, your dragon riding mount senses when a glyph is nearby. It'll say that in your chat box or whatever, like an emote that your dragon senses a glyph is nearby, and so you can collect them this way. And so that's something really fun you can work on this week. It's something you can do while you're leveling if you want. You can get all of them while you're leveling, like I did, if you really want to. And that's something you work on. You can also do the races and everything like that. You can do the dungeons that you unlock as you go. And there's just tons of things you can do. There are some interesting side quests as well to do. Some things that I didn't know because I didn't do them in the beta, like the Twilight's hammer randomly being around. I didn't know that because it wasn't like in the main story quest, at least not to my knowledge. Maybe some hints of it, but yeah, it's just super interesting to me, and I'm having an absolute blast. As far as the launch goes, was it smooth? It was pretty smooth. basically, if you got DC'd, you could have kind of got screwed for like 15, 30 minutes or so. There was some trouble if you did get DC'd. A lot of the DCs were because of add-on interference. Some of them weren't though, and because I think they were like trying to kind of fix that add-on interference stuff. I think they could have done like a quicker fix for people that got DC'd on natural. Like my cousin got DC'd in a natural way, just like a typical World of Warcraft way. But then the world server was down; he couldn't get back in. I don't know. I don't know. I don't actually know the answers of what happened there. But yeah, it was overall fairly smooth. For many people, they never got DC'd, and so it was just completely smooth. And they'd be like, "What are you talking about?" The Alliance boat was late. I guess this happened during the stress test as well. So the Horde did get there earlier in general. And so, but overall, it was fairly smooth. It had the hiccup there, which is definitely disappointing. Nobody wants that hiccup early on. No one wants to see their favorite streamer not be able to play for like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it happened to be. And that's very disappointing. But the reality is when you're, launching a game and it has millions of people logging on to play the first day, however many, whether that's 2 million or 8 million the first day. I guess you wouldn't know unless you see the box sales and stuff like that. But you have all these people logging on the same day, and there's no stress test for that really. You're just hoping for the best in a lot of ways when it comes to that. And so, overall it was fairly well. Most of the recent expansions have been fairly well. I think this one was too. I don't know who got the world first 70. I know now from Echo was doing something in the mall and then they nerfed whatever he was doing. I don't like that stuff, but when you spend all the time trying to find it, I guess it's the dev's job to find it as well and to remove it, or whatever, or make it a rule that if you do something like that, then you're banned or something. But if there's no rule, then obviously there's really not much you can do. So I don't know who got world first 70. I was pretty much enthralled in my own gameplay, having a great time. I don't know if this is my favorite 1 to 70 because BFA was actually pretty good leveling for all the shit BFA gets and how it had a lot of problem with its systems. The leveling was pretty good in BFA in my opinion. I liked it a lot. I don't know about recent, like obviously not the old expansions. Those were way too hard to level. It took way too long. So this is definitely right up there though, and I'm loving the dragon riding like I knew I would, and I'm just leveling most of the things about it. So I'm looking forward to that. Other things you can do this week is just do normal dungeons, do heroic dungeons, and get like a base set of gear on. You can also kind of get a base set of gear from crafting and stuff too though. So those are kind of the things you can kind of work on this week, but just kind of a chill week. Just enjoy the expansion. This is like the week of the expansion where you do like the base story mode or whatever, right? And so just try to enjoy that. There's tons of stuff to do. There's tons of like base stuff to do once you hit 70 as well for the professions and for other things. Like I said, there's just tons of side quests to do. So yeah, really cool. Really looking forward to next week and the future weeks as more stuff unlocks and we're able to do more and more. Probably will hit 70 tomorrow. And at that point, my goal will just be personally just to kind of max out my professions as much as I can this week and, have as much fun as I can while I'm kind of chilling out. So unfortunately, not much. There's nothing else to talk about. There's no like big holidays to talk about or anything like that. It's just the leveling week. I hope everyone has a lot of fun. I do want to say something on a personal note. Those who follow the channel probably know I mentioned something about my mom. She's going to be passing away. And in fact, last Tuesday, so it'll be literally 7 days, she went to the ER and she is never going to be returning home. This entire past week, I've been in hospice with her. Her cancer made it to her brain, and there's just no coming back from it. She is on death's door. She's holding out because she's very, very strong, and like her heart was very, very strong. It was just the cancer. Nothing was unhealthy about her but the cancer. And so, hug your loved ones. We're in holiday season. If you still have any loved ones or family, a mom or dad, a grandma, a grandpa, tell them you love them. Hold them close to you because it's very, very sad to just sit and watch your mom die like all week long. It's been terrible. Tonight has been a reprieve for me, and I'm very thankful for that. It couldn't have come at a better time for me. So that's it for this one, guys. As always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out so much. And other than that, everybody have a good one.